Hello and welcome back to another Star Citizen video. And oh boy, yesterday Alpha 3.24 dropped. To my surprise, I did not anticipate it to drop yesterday. I was actually more anticipated that it would drop usually on a Friday or usually Thursday. No, usually it's on a Friday, if not Thursday or Tuesday, but not on a Wednesday. Wow. Wow. Anyway, I saved up this for today because we want to cover two things. One, we want to cover obviously Alpha 3.24. What will we get? And of course, the Ship Showdown 2954. Wow. The four kind of rhymes like Alpha 3.24's Ship Showdown 2954. Okay, before I begin, like, subscribe, hit the notification button and help this channel grow. And let's check out Alpha 3.24 first. And oh boy, this is actually a decent update. I wouldn't say it's a game-changing update, but it is a welcoming one. It's one of those updates that actually I would say not everyone is looking forward to, but it is one of those updates that I can easily say it's the small things that counts. And for those people who has a lot of ships, yes, this is the update. And people who do cargo hauling as well, yes, because if you have not seen the title, where is it? It's Cargo Empire Star Citizen Alpha 3.24, right? Everything cargo related. This is the patch. I won't say the patch, but this is a big patch for the cargo side of things. And of course, the first one is freight elevators. And yeah, no, so finally you get to load, okay, quote unquote, load your ship with cargo if you want to do cargo delivery. And what's better than that, okay? What's better than that is that the cargo itself now is a persistent, oh no, the cargo, the hangar, what am I talking about? The hangar right now is a persistent hangar and is an instanceable. Okay, yeah, hopefully I say that right because I get tongue twisted. Because, all right, look, instance location version 1. So if you want to take all the time in your hangar, so I like to do ship tours, right? Used to, and I think I should bring that back a little bit more for when I get a new machine to play Star Citizen. Right now, not so cool. Okay, I need to upgrade. In order to enjoy Star Citizen in its full fidelity. But anyway, with that aside, I like to do ship tours. I like to walk around ships, and in this case, now you get to play with your ships more, right? With a dedicated instanceable, right, persistent hangar. That's right. On top of having a freight elevator, you now can either dress up your hangar or messed up your hangar. In this case, that's awesome. So that's one of the biggest thing, or rather the biggest patch, for actually just the highlight patch in my opinion. The persistent hangar is the highlight patch, plus the cargo elevator. And of course, we got more game loop for cargo hauling. So those who wants to do non-PvP stuff or non-combat activity, hooray! Now we have it. So that's great. And we have an inbuilt ship elevator for the persistent hangar. If you've not seen any of the videos, you should check it out. It's everything. Everything is there. All right, cargo management, automatic cargo loading. So of course, with manual cargo loading, they want to incorporate automated cargo loading, which is the default settings. But now, I think you need to wait a little bit more. They give you a set time to fully load all your cargo. Okay, so added more game time. So if you used to deliver mission faster, right? So I like to do cargo hauling once in a blue moon, and I know cargo is fast, or rather not fast. Actually, cargo is slow because you're gonna fly a slow ship to begin with. Now it's gonna be a little bit more slower, but with that, I think it opens up a bit more possibility because now you have at least an activity when it comes to hauling missions. Okay, yeah, you grab the cargo in the freight elevator, put it into your cargo bay. And that's that. Blockade Runner, so I have to check some of these missions. Blockade Runner in general sounds like a cool event or cool activity, but if it's done badly, blockade running, it's actually very, very tedious. All right, the correct word is tedious. It's still a little fun, but it's tedious. But if it's done well, oof, excitement. Right, that's why if you look at some of the ships out there that I've backed, and one of the early ships like the Banu Merchantman, they put it as a blockade runner, and I was thinking big ships blockade running, that would be cool. But of course things change down the road, so everything is subject to change. That's that. And of course we have an unexpected new ship, which is the Aegis Saber Peregrine. I'm gonna call it Peregrine, that's how I pronounce. And it is interesting because this ship is technically built for speed, but is it better than the existing ships? That is the question. And of course, with patch 3.24, some limited ships are available on sale. Caterpillar, I think it's a regular ship, or rather you can buy without sale. Okay, I want to put a PSA on this first before we continue. When it comes to ship sale in general for Star Citizen, usually ship sales means limited ships will be available for purchase with real money, and you do not need to buy any of this ship with real money. They are all obtainable in game as long you just play the game, and all you need is a starter pack, right? Big PSA, because I'm gonna go through some of the price lists, and yeah, you'll be surprised. You'll be asking the question, why should I? See the question, a lot of people say, why should I buy? The answer is no, you do not need. With that aside, we're going to start off with the Caterpillar, $330. It is technically a staple cargo running ship, but the Caterpillar has more than just a cargo running ship. Problem is, it's not available yet. Next up, we have the Constellation Taurus. Technically, this is my go-to option when it comes to cargo hauling and a daily driver, because the Constellation Taurus can almost do everything, right? Including a little bit of combat. And that's great. And it's not that expensive, $200, okay, compared to the Freelancer Max. The Freelancer Max is technically the I won't say the entry, one of the community favorite, and I think I did. I don't want to use too much of this word community favorite. Plus, it has a special upgrade offer, so awesome. Freelancer Max it was great. All right, I would say it was great before the Taurus came out, and now the question is, where does the Freelancer is in terms of position? Why would I pick the Freelancer Max over the Taurus? Is jump gates. Right now, we don't have a ship size specific jump gate, so the Freelancer Max is kind of in a limbo in terms of cargo hauling, because extra $50, the Taurus just output everything way better, straight up, including, right? I would say including the flight experience, because the Freelancer series flies like a brick, okay? I'll put it this way, it flies like a brick. And if I'm gonna fly like a brick, I'm gonna fly it with style, with bigger guns. Still, actually, the Freelancer Max is technically a little bit more agile compared to the Taurus. It's still, like, because it's a smaller ship. Next up, we have the Haul A. So if you want to go for more dedicated hauling or cargo hauling, the Haul series, straight up, all right? No questions asked. In this case, we have the Haul A, and then we have the Haul C. Now, the Haul C is at $500. That is expensive, okay? That is expensive. I have nothing to say. It is the best for its class, but it is super expensive, okay? Next up, we have the M2 Hercules. Now, this ship is on a weird scale. The Hercules series, right? The M2 is on a... It's actually a limbo. I would say I won't pick the M2. I would rather pick the A2, which is $750. Or if not, I'll pick the C2, which is $400. Because an extra $120, this ship doesn't really offer a lot more. But if you buy it in-game, that's a whole different story. Next up, we have the MPUV tractor. Now, this is a small little cute ship with a tractor beam. In fact, this is the smallest tractor beam ship available. Sadly, it doesn't have a quantum jump, but you know what? It can fit in your hangar. You can fly around in your hangar. So that's a cool ship for sure. Next up, we have the mule at $45. In my opinion, I'll skip all the ground vehicles. And in this case, I would rather actually get the MPUV tractor. If you want to spend money on small stuff, I would rather get MPUV tractor versus the mule because it can fly. And it's cheaper. That's how I put it. Oh, and it's Drake. Wow. The mule's supposed to be cheaper. Next up, we have the Argo Raft. This is the star for the latest Alpha 3.24 commercial, and it is actually nice. You know what? This is a very nice ship. I almost forgotten about this ship's existence because previously the raft was useless in my opinion if your cargo pod wasn't detachable, but now it is, right? Now it is, and now it is great because the raft has a tractor beam. If you want to pick up large cargo boxes, the raft is actually a good ship to have. You can pick up at least 3 large cargo boxes. It has a tractor beam, so you can kind of pseudo use it as a cargo hauler slash a utility to load up your haul series if you don't have a MPUV tractor. Okay, yeah, and if you want to do some light cargo delivery, actually the raft is good for its price tag. Yeah, I would actually choose this over the Freelancer Max. Okay, to be honest. Next up, we have the Reclaimer. Why does the Reclaimer available in a cargo? I'm not so sure about the Reclaimer. Why is it available on the cargo patch? Probably it can carry cargo. Technically, it can carry cargo, but I don't know. The Reclaimer is a salvaging ship in general, and it is a ship that I love a lot once I discovered who designed it. And yeah, it is the same designer who designed the RSI Orion. Oh, that's great. And of course, they did a few more ships in movies as well, which I like to watch. And they have fantastic design. And the Reclaimer is the closest thing in lore in Star Citizen that has a similar, how I put this, atmosphere to aliens. Especially the Nostromo. So, I love it. I love it. If it's a little bit bigger like the Nostromo, it'll be perfect. In my opinion, I think it's okay for $400. It is currently the best salvaging ship out there. And next we have the Saber Peregrine. We're gonna reserve that $185. We're gonna talk a little bit about this guy. Vulture, like salvaging ship. Okay, if you're gonna have the Reclaimer, might as well just put the Vulture in, right? Yeah, because it's a single seated salvaging ship. $175. It's normal already. By this time, any dedicated niche specialty ship, I'm expected around 150, 160 to about 180. Yeah, depending on how cool the ship looks. And last but not least, of course, the C2 Hercules, $400. This is currently the best cargo. Was because of the Hull series. Hull series was introduced. C2 got beat down. However, being said, the C2 Hercules is currently the best pick that is flight ready that you can load up with your vehicle. Your ground vehicles. Okay. And it's nice. I love it. I love it. Would I pick it? Actually, I would pick up the Caterpillar. Yeah, the Hercules is it's fun. It's fun, but if I have to choose, okay, this is if I have to choose. Okay, so that's that for the ships available. Now, what's better than that is you get a starter pack offer. And this one is one of those things where it is a bit harder for me to recommend. But if you want the second best, okay, I'll put it this way. The second best starter pack. Okay, it is technically the best starter ship, but the reason why I put the second best starter pack because of its price tag. The number one is still the Avenger Titan. It has the best starting point in my opinion for you to play, although it's a little bit more expensive than the general starter pack. All right, starter pack out there, I would say $40.50. That's the lowest amount that you should spend in order to join, in order to enjoy Star Citizen. And in this case, $76. I know it's 20% off. You get definitely one of the best starter ship out there, and you get some cool armor. You probably get some skin as well. The question is it worth $76? That is the question. All right, so we have the paint, legs. Oh, you get more money. Cool, 6-month insurance. If you throw in a weapon, probably I would say it's a borderline I can recommend. But because of the price tag, it is hard for me to recommend. That's all. Sure, it is on discount, right? And always discounted starter pack I value more than general starter pack. So in this case, close. All right, good but close, and good but I don't know how to recommend. Next up, we have the Freelancer Max. Halsey, this is for upgrade offers, Warborn upgrade offers. If you want to upgrade to more expensive ship, this is one of the way, actually this is the way to do it. Pick up any of this Warborn ship to upgrade to, and then you can enjoy cheaper ships. All right, so that's that for Alpha 3.24. Now we're going to take a quick look, just a very quick look on Ship Showdown 2954. And after that, we're going to look at the Aegis Saber Peregrine. A very quick one before we end the video, because this one was surprising, right? Surprising. C1 Spirit, right? Versus the F8C Lightning. That is actually a very, very interesting matchup. Very interesting. Oh my goodness. Alright, so let's look at it. Before I do my final vote, sadly the Terrapin got smacked down, but the Terrapin gains a Best in Show skin, so I think that is partially good. Alright, can be better, but good. Alright, so I'm still happy that Terrapin gets a skin. The C1 Spirit is of course one of the best daily driver if I take out the price tag. Okay. Yeah, no, hands down. Right now, one of the best daily driver. It looks sleek. It's Crusader. Lovely. And of course, yeah, the C8 Lightning definitely beat the Reclaimer. Kinda saw that a mile away, because I did say I would probably see the Terrapin versus the F8C Lightning. The question is, if you are new to Star Citizen, of course you do not need to buy any of this ship with real money, but for people like me, I want to collect ships, and especially Best in Show skinned ships, I need to figure out how can I get the F8C Lightning into my collection. Ugh. Yeah, the C1 Spirit, I can easily obtain this, but the F8C, it's tough. Tough. And last but not least, in order to end the video, we have a cool new ship. It is the Aegis Saber Peregrine, and this is a ship that at first I thought it is a cool and welcoming ship, but after thinking a little bit more, does this ship has a place in the verse? That's the question. I'll make a different video for this because it's a huge, not a huge topic. There are a few things to talk about it. And yeah, let's start off with obviously the most important thing, which is the price tag. Right, $185, $170 is technically the most expensive racing ship. And why do I say racing ship? Because it did kind of tote itself as the new racing ship, right? Takes 1 minute on the speed, streamline. Did he say it's a racing? Lightweight, says okay, cool, legendary toughness, we don't care about that. The tech spec, I saw some of the tech spec. Did I say it's racing? Racing spec wing design, okay, probably because of this guy over here. Engine performance, yeah, we don't care about this, we care about the next thing. If we talk about speed, we want to see SEM speed and all this a little bit more in detail, so I'm not going to cover too much. FCM speed 267.2 meter per second. We want to compare to other racing ships, so that's why it's going to be too long for this video. Next up, we have skins. In my opinion, I usually don't care about skin, and of course when I saw the skin, it feels very racing-y. Yeah, racing-y. Oh, and I just realized one thing. Saber Peregrine. So this font reminds me of one of those hypercars. Koenigsegg. I think it's either the Koenigsegg. Yeah, no, I think it's Koenigsegg. That's how I pronounce that car brand. Okay, so it has this curvy, flowy lines. Yeah, so maybe this is the ship that will put the a more luxury, I won't say luxurious, basically the hypercar performance in ship form, because most of the other racing ship is just literally racing ships, right? Or built for racing. So maybe this is a proper quote unquote, right? Hypercar, exotic car category. All right, anyway, so that's that for today's video. All right, I'm going to cover this a bit more in depth because we're going to talk about stats, because in my opinion, okay, if there is a car, if there's a ship that flies better than the Peregrine and still cheaper, I actually would pick that. Okay, and of course, I'm a little bit biased because I love the Origin M50 because I'm going to compare to that ship. And with that being said, thank you for tuning in, my friends. All right. I will see you in the verse, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. And then fly safe until, yeah, fly safe.